Just around 9:30 this morning, several shots rang out in the George Street area, just 2 blocks away from Precinct 1 of the Belize City Police Department. Moments later, the body of Tarique Candle was discovered near a vat behind the house on Plues Street. Paulie, as he was affectionately known, is a resident of Plues Street and would oftentimes be at a friend's house in the area. And today, while there, he was executed.
I saw him laying down, one of his legs out, one of his legs bent in by his hip, and I just stared at him, because in a way, like when someone die, their body features just look a little bit different. So I had to stare at him to really see if it's him, to identify the body for the police officers. And that's what I did while I was standing there staring at his body. And I noticed his tattoos, his dreads. Well, apart from his face, it was terrible because blood was coming from all out of his senses, his nose, his ears, his mouth, it was just a terrible sight. All from his temple side, I just saw a part of his brain shooting from the side of his temple. It was so crazy.
According to his sister Kasian, the murder was in retaliation. Sources say that a relative of the Candle family was detained for a shooting which occurred 10 hours before on Tuesday night at the corner of King Street and West Collett Canal. 2 persons were shot and are still hospitalized. 1 is critical. The family believes that Paulie was killed as a result of that incident.
As I reached at the lane in one of the end of the lane by my house, I was stopped talking to two police officers, and I told them, look what is happening. I didn't even know about the shooting last night. I didn't hear it, and maybe for a reason, I just block out things like that because I'm not interested. But this morning when I left, my cousin told me not to go and not to go to school because I will get a call saying my brother died. As I took about 4 steps forward, he stopped me and he said, "You see what I just told you?" And I ran back home. It was very devastating for me. I ran back home and I started breaking in tears. I couldn't feel my legs. I was weak. I didn't know how I was feeling at that moment, but I still took the walk on the crime scene and discovered my brother's body. I feel like it was just a revenge from what happened last night to those 2 gang-related members from around George Street. It was just a revenge, but you don't trouble anyone that has nothing to do with your conflict, Find the person you are looking for. Don't end someone's life innocently as that.
Officer commanding Precinct 1 of the Belize City Police Department confirmed today that they have Jason Williams, the purported uncle of Tarique, in custody for the shooting.
At this time in the investigation, it is too early to say that it is connected. However, yet to be confirmed, we learned that the deceased is the nephew of the suspect, Jason Williams, that we now have in custody.
Okay. So, gang rivalry, what's happening in your jurisdiction, sir?
I don't think it's really a gang rivalry to get excited or work up about. It's an incident, like I said, that trigger off. Something transpired, some misunderstanding between the 2 rival gangs yesterday, just as recent as yesterday, that have led to the incident.
Kasian believes that Tarique ran from his killer but was unable to escape.
I don't understand why they had to kill him like that. I believe they shot him in his leg for him to stop running behind the yard, and after that they just shot him in his head.
So you do feel that he ran from his attacker or attackers?
Yes, I believe he was trying to run from them, but because the back of the yard had a high zinc fence, he couldn't go anywhere else. And because they knew that he couldn't go anywhere else, they shot him right at the back of the house in his leg to stop him from running, and right there they end his life on the ground.
The information is that some person set chase at this guy, Tarique Candle, and opened fire at him. 2 of the bullets caught him, 1 to the head and 1 to the right thigh, which led to his fatality. At this time, we do not have any suspect in custody, and the matter is under investigation.
Tarique is the eldest of 8 children and is the father of a 2-year-old son. Dwayne Moody for News 5.